Hello everyone, in this video we are going to be looking at using the Autodesk Assistant in Civil 3D 2024. The Autodesk Assistant was introduced in Civil 3D 2024.1. Now, the Autodesk Assistant is just an AI engine. Think about it as ChatGPT working together in Civil 3D. At the end of this video, you will know some tips and tricks in regards to how you can use the Autodesk AI engine to guide you in terms of how you execute different commands, what are the meaning of different commands, and how you can make this efficient in your workflow. So if you open up Civil 3D right now, so open up Civil 3D 2024.1 or above, and now they've released 2024.2. So at the top here, there is an icon for the Autodesk Assistant, okay? So you can type in Assistant Open at the bottom. So you can type in your Assistant Open, or you can click the icon here. So when you click the icon here, what you're going to see is a number of options. It's going to kind of mention your name and say, hey, welcome. You can ask any question you want. And it's going to give you some startup prompts. For example, alignment labels disappeared, how to swap multiple pipe networks, or something along those lines. So I'm going to just maybe try copying in as a start exactly what it has told me. So for example, if you have alignment labels have disappeared, what do we do? When you type that in, it's going to think. You give it 1 or 2 minutes to think. And what you're going to notice is it's going to look at a number of articles on the Civil 3D website. And these different articles are related to the problem you are asking the Autodesk Assistant to create. One of the articles is alignment labels do not show in Civil 3D. And when you click on that, you can see it's using the Autodesk help and it's linking to that seamlessly. Before you had to press F1 and then you had to type the search in here for the problem you heard. Now the beauty with the Autodesk Assistant is you type in a question or you rephrase it and it links you in a much quicker way to the help file. And you are going to find that it's going to link you to the help file. Now you can look at the other solutions that are provided in the help file, and you can try and address the problem. Now, other than the help file, there's a number of options it can give you. So you have the option of where you can contact a support agent, which is really good. So when you click on this, what's going to happen? It's going to think, and then it's going to look at the Autodesk plan you have. It's going to first show you the account information. It's going to show you your name and the plan you have. And after that, it's going to give you 2 options. One, you can schedule a call for an appointment with an Autodesk support person, or you can create a case where you get help and support assistance. This is really very good. And you can see I have these 2 options, but then I just want to end the chat. I want to restart the chat and start something new. And when you do that, it's again going to do the whole name thing. Hey, Edwin Raymond, ask any question you want. So I can ask a question, for example, of how do I swap parts? How do I swipe pipes? How do I swap pipes? And again, it's going to think, again, it's going to link to the articles. Okay, this is quite a standard process. Now I wanted to see, would the AI be more intelligent the way we have ChatGPT? So let's give an example in Civil 3D. In Civil 3D, the Express tools is one of the tools I think most of the Civil 3D users don't use. You find that most of the people use most of the other functions, but here there are few functions people use unless you're doing a lot of CAD work. But you find this is one of the tools which people tend to not use so much, so they may not be aware of the functionality. So let's try giving an example. I want to understand, what does explode attributes do? So again, I'm going to launch up the AI assistant and I'm going to ask, what is explode attributes. Okay. And again, it's going to look through the Autodesk sources, and it's going to try and guide me, and it's going to put a number of things. The first one just put up exploding block objects changes to layers in AutoCAD, how to explode the block reference. As you can see, it's not really telling me exactly what I want to know. I feel it's almost there, but it's talking about the explode command, and the explode attributes I think maybe something much better than the explode command, but I currently don't know how. So maybe I've asked something very complex. Let me try and make it easy. So when I go over the explode attributes command, I can see there's a command called burst. So I'm going to ask, what is the burst command? So what you're seeing again is a number of articles that are coming up, and they're trying to give you an answer. And again, we have the explode coming up. I would have loved if it tells me the burst function. So for example, if I type in burst here, you can see it's an express tool and it does something along those lines. Now, again, I want to get a much better definition. So I'm going to try using ChatGPT. So I'm going to try using, what is the burst command in AutoCAD? Give it a few minutes to think. So ChatGPT is again referencing its knowledge to 2021, and it's saying the burst command is a command in AutoCAD, and you should look at the official guide. Which is a problem with ChatGPT. I've noticed this a lot of times, but I'm going to try Bard by Google, I believe. So type in bard.com, bard.google.com here, and I'm going to ask, what is the burst command in AutoCAD? Give it a minute or two to think. And what you're going to see is that, so you give it 1 or 2 minutes to think, and what you're going to notice is Bard has given an explanation. Burst is a command in AutoCAD that explodes a block, keeping all attribute values as an ordinary command using the original attributes layer and text style. This is in contrast to the explode command, which removes all attributes. Now, these are the times, and this is kind of the explanation I would have loved the Autodesk AI assistant to give me, and then it would maybe put the reference articles. So it's, I think, something that, because this is a start, I would love them to see how they would improve this and try and make it better. Because you first of all want to have a summary of what you're asking, and then you can maybe show how it's done, all that in the next lying layers. But I think this is the first time that I've introduced it. I think it's a very good starting point that makes work easier. So this is a very good starting point. And I think as Civil 3D advances and becomes better, I think the Autodesk Assistant is going to become better. I think this is a start from them. I think it's going to be good feedback for them. Let them look at the way Bard is doing it and let them incorporate that into the Autodesk Assistant, and then also try to find a way in which it can reference the help file and all that. But I think this is a very good addition to Civil 3D. I want to know what your views are in the comments. If you feel the Autodesk Assistant is very efficient, you can click the like button. But otherwise, I hope to see you in the next video. You can check out a number of videos that are talking about other Civil 3D features. Click on the link below.